Welcome to Cooking with Craig. Today, I've got a whole lot of apples that I need to use up that have been sitting in my fruit bowl. So, I've decided to make an apple and blueberry stew with custard on waffles. Now, I'm using some pre-packed waffles, not the ones that we use in the waffle line, but that's another one. So if you want to check that out, check the link in the description below for how to make waffles. This time we're doing pre-made. So I have ingredients. I'm not making custard either. You can check out another link in the description below on how to make custard. This is pre-made custard. So I am making the easy way on a dessert today. Pre-made custard and pre-made waffles. So put those aside. Get them at any grocery store. So, pot, apples, sugars, which is honey included. Syrup, we'll be using that later on top of our waffles. We have some blueberries in a tin. Sometimes you can get these fresh. This time of year for me, it's a lot easier for me to use a tin. Depending, you can use lots of different types of fruits when you're making your stew. I've also got some passion fruit to add on top as well. So we've got those already done. Makes it a lot easier. Now we just need to core our apples, dice them up, whack them in the pot. And we're also going to use the juice of 2 oranges as well. So they're going to help with making sure apples don't turn that horrible brown, but have a nice acidity to our stew. So those we squeezed out. We have some raw sugar, some brown sugar, and some confectionery icing sugar for dusting at the end. All right, let's get a chopping. Okay, so we've just finished chopping up our oranges. Oh, sorry, we've just finished chopping up. Start that bit again. And we've just finished chopping up our apples, so they're all ready to go onto the stove. I've rolled our oranges so they've got squishiness to them. So now what we have to do is come over so I get that to come out, and squeeze out the orange juice. That one's done. Second one ready to go. Squeeze out all the goodness. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the stove and get some sugars and some honeys ready to go. All right, so I've got some honey. And some people would look at this honey and go, that honey is no good. But actually it is. This honey is just crystallized a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack this in the microwave and it will remelt and it will form back out of crystals back into normal fluid honey. So I'm going to microwave this. I'm going to put in about half a cup of brown sugar and about half a cup of raw sugar as well into here. And we'll head over to the stove. All right, so I have all of my sugars into the pot. I have whacked our honey into the microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds, and all of that crystallization has disappeared, and it's gone back to fluid honey. So now I can just pour this. The glass is a little bit hot. Straight in. Now I'm going to use a little bit of hot water to rinse out the rest of our honey. So let's get this stewing down, whack it on the stove, whack a little bit of water in that, and we'll be set. so these apples are about halfway done, but we haven't added any cinnamon in. So just a little bit dashed in there. Stir this in. Cinnamon and apples go very well together. One spice that is awesome when it comes to apples. Alright, so these are getting a little softer. Now, I've got my tinned blueberries in syrup. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably put about half of these in with the syrup to this part. And then the other half will be right at the end, just before we serve. So, time to pour these in. Right, so this is stewed down quite nicely. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn this off, let this sit, and let all the let it cool down a little bit. We want this still to be warm when we serve it, so we'll put this aside and we'll come back when this is cooled down. All right, we've let our stewed apples and blueberries cool down a little bit. They're still warm, so all we now need to do is heat our waffles in the microwave for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to do that and get ready to dish this up. Alright, out of the microwave. Those guys are now warm. We'll get our warm stewed apples and blueberries. So I'm going to ladle these over the top. Alright, a little bit more to do. We've got to quickly dust a little bit of icing sugar. Add passion fruit pulp. There we go. And just add custard. Go. And the last bit, but not least, a little bit of maple syrup. That. Done. And that's how you make stewed apples, blueberries, on waffles with custard. If you've seen anything you like in these videos, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget, if you have any comments, questions, or things I can be doing better in these videos, leave it in the comments field below on YouTube. If you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Get notified when I do these. Cooking with Craig segments, my vlogs, Urban Explorer, What's in the Box, car maintenance, you name it, I film it, it ends up on YouTube. So, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, see you in the next video.